The Hugh Hefner High built them like that.
Hold on, I want the sister to get. Let the
brother.
sister get.
Yeah.
I gotta show you how to do
Yeah, well, the Lord said,
Yeah,
start
I don't
with
know
faith
how.
before, unto you, all men, I call. And
Go ahead.
my voice is to the sons of men. So the Lord is dealing with men.
That's how you do
Hey,
it.
one question I always ask, the 12
Go to
apostles,
display.
which one of them was a woman?
And then you go
Shows
to
you right.
Well, according to Esau,
auto rotate
the
screen.
Last Supper, one of them was a dead girl.
One.
Yeah.
So that show you that Esau. Hey, why can't Vocab make a video on that? They don't know the stat, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And that's why we don't tolerate Jakes no more. If you can't get this thing, man, if you can't get this, we're moving on, man. We ain't gonna go back and forth with you, man. Like with these Kemetic guys. We're gonna have another debate. We ain't have no debates with none of these niggas, man. We got the truth, and you don't got the truth. All right, if you can't see it, then we moving on.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
too
for a
late in the
small
game.
number. It's only for the elect, which is a small number.
Yeah.
God ain't looking for the masses.
Yeah. It's too late in the game to be going backwards.
We ain't going backwards no more,
Yeah.
man.
Backwards, not the way.
Matter of fact, hold on deck, Matthew 25.
What did
Go ahead
Yahushua
and read
say?
that.
Yeah, Yahushua said, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be that go in there. That's all these people in different religions out there. But then he said, few findeth the path unto truth. You know, roughly paraphrasing.
Matter of fact,
I got so real quick.
go ahead.
This is Hebrews 10 and 39. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul.
That's it. What's that? That's either first Peter's 1 and 10 or 2 Peter's 1 and 10. Give diligence.
Second Peter.
Peter's 1 and 10.
Yeah.
Book of 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. It says, wherefore the rather brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fall.
You got a lot of guys out here that's even in great millstones. Oh, I don't know if y'all saw the recent video that the GMS Dallas crew did. Some of the elders, and then basically they opened up and they had to suspend a couple of guys and take some ranks. And I don't gotta call well, who it is. Brother, the shit is happening over here. These guys is just slackers, man. You got a bunch of slackers in GMS. Guys that been in this thing for over 20 years. Guys that just don't want to do it no more. And we know who they are. We can name names. But why should we? They already know who the fuck they are, man. They don't want to do it no more. So why don't fuck around with it? Get the fuck out of here. Do it expeditiously.
Yeah.
You know?
Smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack, don't you?
Back to 2 Peter's 1 and 10.
That crack is the world. Worldly crack.
The world crack.
Which scriptures tell us the fashion of this world passeth away, but they can't see. And that's why it says, where there is no vision, the people perisheth.
Yeah.
Because being part of being in this truth is you
got to have
vision, man.
What's his name? Told Willie Dynamite that.
You got to have vision.
You got to have vision.
Hey, the prophets were called seers.
That's right.
The word seer means visionary.
That's right. That's right. One of the 12 sons was called Reuben.
Yeah,
see, it's the son. You know?
So we see the future of this place, man. We see America's going to be destroyed.
Well, that's why guys fall off.
Because they don't see
Because let's deal with the list. Number one, you no longer believe that you're an Israelite. All right?
Yep.
Number two, what's number two?
You have no passion.
You have no passion because you don't believe you're an Israelite.
Right? You're not focused.
You're not focused.
No foundation.
No foundation. Or you had a foundation, or you thought you had a foundation. You had no foundation.
Yeah.
Here we are at the end of under this thing, and here you are slacking. You've been on the fire all this time, and here you are slacking, and the Most High can take this place down inside of 6 months, a year. You know why you're slacking? You know why you're slacking? Because you do not see that light at the end of the so-called tunnel, so to speak.
Yeah.
You do not see the missiles coming. You don't believe that Esau is a so-called white man.
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Yeah.
You don't believe this man's a devil. You don't believe in nothing. Because if you believe in this truth that we have, you'd be on fire about this thing, man. Oh, the scripture, Matthew 13, verse 52, is like hid treasure.
God.
I got a quick 3 cents. Second.
Well, that one, Matthew 13, verse 52, talks about go look at new and old, but there's another one where it says you look and it's like hid treasure. I believe it's in the same chapter.
Same verse.
Yeah, same verse. Well, you know what? They don't believe. Look, if somebody said, look, oh, the movie, what's that movie, The Count of Monte Cristo? Remember he had the map to that treasure?
Yeah.
And he became diligent to get that treasure, man.
Yeah.
The reason why you guys became slack is because you don't believe in the treasure.
Yeah.
You don't believe there ain't no treasure, man. Somebody took it already. You don't have that passion, man.
That vision.
Where's your vision? Where's your passion? It's because you do not believe, man.
God. And he went in as far as dove into the water and swam to the bottom to find the stuff. You know?
He could have drowned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 2 Peter 1:9. It says, but he that lacketh these things is blind. And cannot,
blind. They don't see.
Yeah.
At Esau, they look at Esau, right? You know, he's not. The Edomites have done away with. Like Vocab said, like Vocab and Dr. James White said.
No,
the Edomites have done away with. There's no Edomites.
Yeah.
The people that rule over us are Canaanites, or whatever the hell they say, man. You know?
he'll never go down. He's too powerful. The scriptures tell us in 1 hour.
They don't believe that.
They don't believe it.
They can't get the other Hebrews 4. That's why you don't want to come. I go to the speaker. Man, you're supposed to be on fire about going to the speaker, man. You don't have it. You never had it. And guess what the Most High's going to do?
Spew you.
He going
Cannot see afar off.
That's a cut right there, man. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, that's the trooper right there, man. Play slow, right? All right? Yeah, we got the sign, baby. Just take it on out, man. Don't lean on that car. We don't know who that guy is. Bring it over here. What?
Yeah, 2 Peter 1 and 9. But he that loves these things is blind and cannot see afar off, have purged from his old sins. Ooh. That's just one scripture, which shows you the importance of vision. You got to have spiritual vision. You got to be able to see what the prophecies are saying. And remember, like I said, the prophets, they were called seers. A seer is a visionary. So we believe in it partly because we could see it. We could see it spiritually. We could see America being destroyed.
Do me a favor. Put it right over there.
Yeah.
We don't want to start no trouble up here.
Yeah, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Hebrews 11:1. It says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." In other words, meaning that you don't see it physically, but the way you see it is spiritually. But you gotta have faith in order to see. And then I'm gonna skip down to
The word's got to be able to see to have faith.
right the eye salve.
Yeah.
That-
You got to have faith to see.
Right.
So
You become weak because you lack vision. The Most High blinded you, man.
where's that scripture? Where there's vision, where there is no vision.
I think that's Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, bring that out for the. I don't know
Or
if
Proverbs.
they brought it out in the comment board, but if not, you can bring it out. If you find it, bring it out. Because that's a powerful scripture. Where there's no vision, people perish.
Sounds like Proverbs.
But when the prophets received these prophecies,
Proverbs 29,
they actually
18.
saw it. The Lord took them in what you call it, like a portal of time.
Right?
Yeah, because they would have taught a lesson on it.
Diminish it.
They never had it in the beginning. They were faking it, man.
That's why the scripture speak about the scripture says the precious faith of the elect, because it's precious what will happen, and it's a gift. Ephesians 2:8.
Okay. Quick precept. This is Hebrews 11:6. It says, "But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is a rewarder of them."
If you're not diligent, look, man. Either you're in this thing or you're not in this thing. You can't,
Have it.
Oh, there's a song, ain't no half stepping.
Yep.
got that scripture in Matthew 13.
The leader of that group too, man, that dude was a workaholic. When you learn the backstory of that group, the leader, when she died, but he was all about that group. He was all about performance, the shows, and being meticulous and putting on a good show. And all. That's why he came up with that song, "Ain't No Half Stepping." That came from the soul.
From the soul. This is Matthew. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath and buyeth that field.
That means you sacrifice everything.
Yep.
You might have a woman might be, you might have a woman that don't let you teach the truth. You might have a woman, might have a couple of children, and she'll use them children to make you stay home and shalom, Mark. You know what I'm saying?
You said sacrifice everything, right? Just to add to the scripture you read, Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Heavenly Father, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Lord, which is your reasonable. Eventually, one day, the fashion of this away. A lot of guys
don't believe that, right, brother? I don't believe that the so-called UFOs. A lot of niggas believe it's aliens up in there, man.
Right.
Yeah, little green men from
Grays.
Boy, oh boy. You finish it? Okay. Yes.
And both sides, fuck these motherfuckers.
My Lord told me a lot of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win for Mashiach.
Yeah, like this world is shit. It's just early on the bus. Now they're pushing that shit heavy, man. The LBT, what is it?
Oh yeah.
LBQT.
XYZ.
Yeah. Man. So now we're living a sea of what's perceived as a woman. And you take it home and find out it's been a man. Yep. This is the world we're living.
Give me Revelation 8, we're going to read on down about 12, 13 or so.
And that's why I understand the scripture where it was written of Lot. The scripture say Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yep.
We feel like Lot. Because Lot was a righteous man, but he was trapped.
Lot came back as an Israelite.
Yeah, he was trapped in a cesspool.
Yeah.
Just like us. We're in a fucking cesspool, man.
His wife loved Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
She loved it, man.
Yeah.
That's why she looked back.
That's why she looked back. She wanted to get one last look at that wickedness, man. She loved it, and the Most High got it.
Yeah. She turned to stone.
She's still out there in the Middle East today.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious, man. Go to Google and put in Lot's wife. The arrows say that there's a pillar that looked like a woman.
Yeah.
They call it Lot's wife.
Lot's wife, yeah. Show you that the scriptures are deadly and real.
That's right.
What the Most High did was split the atom up there in the heavens, and basically what happened was completely dehydrated.
Right.
Yeah. Turned into a powder. What is that? Shall be beaten. What is that in the Apocrypha?
No, that's one of my the old school.
Yeah.
Shall be beaten
Luke.
the power.
Luke.
No. Shall be beaten the powder.
Isn't that in like one of the Gospels?
Yeah, so that's in Luke, I believe.
Then there's another one. Who shall not be beaten to powder before his presence. I know beaten to powder is in there if you want to Google that.
That's one of the old. You should always bring that out, man.
Oh yeah, and that's the backup Apostle Lagar, what he just said about Lot's wife. She was beaten to powder. And there's
stand up.
Yeah.
You know?
When she was dehydrated, that's what she took, powder. Like the Apostle Charles said,
he took enough moisture out of her where she can still stand.
Yeah.
That's enough, yeah.
That's enough, man.
This is 2 Ezra 16:11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
That's it.
That's what happened to Lot's wife.
That's it. That's what the missiles are going to do.
Yeah.
And it already happened. It happened to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah, that's right.
They
that's right.
Had somewhat of a,
Yeah, man.
But yeah, they left shadows. I
Yep.
always bring it up. They left shadows, you know.
The only thing that survived that whole thing was 2 ginseng trees. They're still standing to this day.
Wow. Wow.
That's how powerful ginseng is.
Wow. Wow.
You know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You want to Revelation 3 and 8?
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 8. It says, I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and has not
that word to keep. You got to keep pushing it, man. Ezekiel 3. Eat this roll and go and teach the children of Israel. All right? He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved.
Right.
All right? Give diligence to make that call and election sure. And we read that earlier.
It says, and has kept my word.
Denying the name, man. You know?
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, Nazariah don't want to deny the name because he know that we have the truth. You know?
Grab it. Nice catch. Nice catch.
Cat-like reflexes.
Go ahead, read on.
Verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews
And that's talking about Jake.
and are not. Thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Filthy conversation of the wicked. You know, you got to suffer being persecuted, being talk bad about, you know, being slandered.
Yeah, waiting. You got to suffer waiting.
Waiting. Yep.
There's a saying that waiting is the hardest part.
Fine.
And scripture say, hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
Yeah.
So our hope is being deferred. So that's part of the reason why we're suffering. Our mind is sick.
Yep.
Because we're suffering.
Our bodies are sick.
Yep.
Bodies are sick.
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
But the Lord told the Apostle Paul, because he was sick, and he was complaining about his sickness, the Lord told him, listen, my strength is made perfect in weakness or in sickness. Now, if we had this perfect health, man, we'd be all into the world. Yeah, I got to do this, I got to do that. But then when you're sick,
yeah, anytime you've been in the hospital for a couple of days, I've
man.
been through this, you get humble, man.
You get humble.
You know, that's when you start thinking about the Most High.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
Read that again.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
The word of my patience, kept it patiently, meaning you ate the word and you went out and taught the children of Israel.
Fine.
A lot of guys going back in the past and went back into the world. And those same guys are watching us on YouTube, and a lot of them are scoffers, man.
Yep.
So they don't give it. They have no fear. And the day gonna come where they're gonna make that chip mandatory. All right. So.
Revelation
9 and 10.
Revelation.
No, go to 2 and 10. 2 and 10.
Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison.
That's some concentration camps. Go ahead.
It says that you may be tried.
You're going to be tested. Go ahead.
And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
That means you're going to go through some tribulation for a while, and the Most High is going to give you that crown of life. Okay? I just thought of Revelation, hold up, Bob. Revelation 20, verse 4. Yeah, go ahead.
When it says,
Let me get Revelation. Yeah, get that.
what does that mean?
That means the heaven, the reward, us being in the kingdom. Because when we get in the kingdom, we're going to actually get a crown.
Yeah.
The crown represents the whole 9, man.
Got it.
All the women we're going to get, the rulership, the thrones, the castles, all that.
Yeah, Ezra said in the vision he saw Yahweh Shai putting crowns on the members of the elect. So there's going to be a day when the members of the elect, they're going to actually get physical crowns be put on their heads. And Yahweh Shai is going to be the one doing it.
Oh, get that. You said it, get it in the Apocrypha.
Yeah. Now, a lot of guys don't believe that.
They don't, the guys that fall off in a week and lose Lord's tables, they don't believe. All right? They might give you an excuse, I'm doing this happened. Lord is saying,
Prophet Jeremiah. At one point, he didn't want to teach them. It was burning him so much. It had to come out of him. You
you
know?
got to you're working at a job, you get a you that and I'm the same niggas when he ain't got no money for you.
Yep.
All right?
Hey, well, there's this one brother. I ain't gonna mention his name. He's on a job. He drives tow trucks, not tow truck. The lifts, what's them thing? The lifts, and you'll catch him every once in a while. He'll stop and turn the phone on and start doing a video. Then they'll call him and be like, "Damn," he'll stop.
Yeah, but then it switched up into something else. That's the spirit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Lord told Moses, that would be your mouth. Tell you what to say. Because they ain't really us speaking. It's the Lord, the Holy Spirit speaking through us. The Holy Spirit.
I got Revelation 20 and 4. Sorry, you called it?
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
You know that's heavy because the men that do die for the truth, the Lord's gonna give them this chip even unto death.
Yeah.
But some guys are
I said, start at 10. It'll tell you that.
Kind
The
of.
Most High. See, you can say, "Well, I ain't gonna take the chip," but you're not a diligent guy.
right.
Well, guess what? When the chip is presented to you, you're gonna fold like a cheap camera, man.
Yeah, like a stale taco.
Yeah, like a stale like a cheap suit.
You got more?
Yeah, it says, let me start here. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the
To enter. When they make that chip mandatory, it's going to be under the penalty of death.
right.
Yeah.
And one of the means of death is going to be the guillotine.
God.
Now we always bring that out about the legislation. I forgot the actual number. Google. I think the state was Georgia,
Yep.
where they wanted to bring back the guillotine for the death penalty.
God.
So the guillotine is very much part of the plans of the wicked elite to suss out the resistance.
Yeah.
People that are going to resist the so-called New World Order.
Yeah.
One of the ways they might die is by that guillotine. So that's what the Apostle John is saying here.
Yeah.
He actually saw this. He actually saw guys that were in the faith that were put to death by a guillotine because they resisted the chip, the guillotine. I'm talking about if you resist the guillotine, we're the only group that teaches that.
Resist the chip.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey.
check out all.
Yeah, that's that time that's spoken of in the book of Daniel, 12th chapter.
Yeah,
The time is never
Jacob's
since.
trouble.
Yeah.
Esau's going to fight tooth and nail to keep his kingdom. He ain't just go, okay, you Israelites, you want the kingdom? Here you go.
Yeah.
It ain't going to happen, man.
Nah.
Esau going to come out swinging, man. Boom, back, beef, off.
Hey, the
You know?
scriptures don't come.
Yeah.
You know, all this technology, you got all this weaponry, the blessing of the sword. He just gonna give it up.
No, he's just going to say, oh, you Israelites, you come, here you go, here's the kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's so bad that when your house shining,
Like, hey, somebody give me Titus and start from the 9th verse, and we're gonna read down to the end, the 16th verse.
That he may be able,
That's the topic right itself. Read that again, please.
holding fast.
Hold on to it.
Right.
You know?
Nice grip on it.
Oh, you know, it reminded me of Jacob and the angel.
Yeah.
Jacob, he was holding, man. He was
Yeah.
holding on to
Yeah.
it. He said,
Yeah.
damn it, you're going to give me a
You're
blessing.
gonna give me a blessing, yeah?
And well, this is how, you know, we're holding on to it.
And
We want that blessing.
and his leg
Just
was
like Jacob.
dislocated
Yeah.
while he was holding on. The angel already dislocated his thigh,
And he
the
kept-
hollow.
yep,
He still
yep.
held.
You got-
He kept holding on.
Yeah, so this is Titus 1 and 9. It says, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he
The
may
word fasten meaning hold it hard. If you try to get away, you hold it. You know,
as he have been taught.
as he had been taught.
You guys out there, who taught you? Some of you, it's like, nah, the Bible jumped up and taught me.
Yeah.
Certain guys that say, man. Anyway, brother, go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine.
That
Both.
means proper doctrine.
Yep.
If you're teaching it the mark of the beast and embargo on Christianity, that's not sound doctrine.
Yeah.
You know? Or if you teach a certain amount of Edomites going to make it, that's not sound doctrine. All right? Teaching that the earth is flat, not sound doctrine.
That's confusion.
Virgin birth.
Virgin birth, not sound doctrine. Gentiles are talking in the New Testament. It's talking about the actual Gentiles. That's not sound doctrine, man. And with vocab and them guys, it's not sound doctrine. I don't want to talk to them. Why would I waste my time talking to you? You got to hook up your cell phone.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what he wanted to be.
Right.
He wanted to project himself into the computer and be a god.
Because he was at first he was like a
He was an invalid. He was
Right.
like a retard.
Right.
People.
Right.
Dr. Angelo, he said, once I project myself into this mainframe, I will be a god.
yeah transcendence.
Right.
Johnny Depp did the same thing. He put his whole self into that.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. They're trying to download pretty much the soul and your spirit into the computer.
Even the music, they have that, what they call it, the tone.
Metronome.
No. That, what they put it, they enhance the voice.
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Okay, right.
And they make the people sound like what?
Robots.
Yeah.
You notice that? All the music,
Yeah.
they sound like robots. So that's where Esau's going with it.
Right.
So you can't be human anymore.
Right.
You got to be a robot.
Transhuman.
And Jake is going to push that thing like all these celebrities. They're there to push the chip.
Yeah.
And a lot of people going to take the chip because they're going to follow their celebrities, man.
You
Yeah.
also got like that basketball players got that Nike thing that you can put in your clothing. Some kind of chip is in your clothing.
Oh, really? Oh,
Take that.
everything moving quick, man. Can't keep up with it, you know?
Yeah, and that's why they're trying to push that people being like robots, so they have no. So they just act on impulse, on compassion.
Yeah, you saw that in the movie 1984.
God.
The
Yeah.
Men didn't have feelings for women. Women didn't have feelings for men. They were like robots.
You know, also that series Black Men. A digital projection of yourself.
You got the scripture, if I may, Revelation 16:14.
16:14.
Because Esau is a master deceiver. That's Esau's power is deception. You look at what he did.
Or miracles. When you
Yeah.
go to Revelation 16, was it 13?
Yep.
By his miracles. His
God.
miracles is what? His technology, man.
God.
That
You would never think. Remember they had Dick Tracy and he talked.
On the
That
phone,
was something.
yeah.
I remember that as a child.
was the 40s, right?
And that thing is all played out.
Yeah.
That wrist phone when you speak is played out 15 years ago.
Yeah. Old
You know?
technology.
Oh well, and there's a scene in Back to the Future, the first one, when he went back and he brought the recorder with him, and what's doctor? He devised this the video recorder, fascinating. Now that was supposed to be back in the 50s.
Even Inspector Gadget. I mean, a lot of the stuff that came out of that.
Yeah.
Here today.
And that's that scripture in Daniel. Knowledge shall be increased.
Yep.
So now you got all this.
12.
Yeah, Daniel 12 chapter.
I got some real quick.
Okay.
This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what's happening. You know, that's why they're trying to turn everybody just into mindless robots.
No feelings.
Yeah.
$13.
Oh, it's lucky.
Yeah. Start at 12.
I mean, you
Select.
know, you be the judge.
Matter of
Okay.
fact, you can start at 12.
All right. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12.
16. Hold on, 16.
Oh, slack. I'm sorry, brother. 16. Okay. Slack. Revelation chapter 16, verse 12.
Yeah.
And the sixth angel fell upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
So we got to break those three.
Read it again.
All right, it says, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon,
Yep, that's the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
and out of the mouth of the beast,
That's the EU and NATO.
and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
That's the Roman Catholic Church.
And all these churches.
And the church.
Yeah. Protestantism, which ain't nothing but Roman Catholicism, man. That's why they still teach that that there was a virgin from the Roman Catholics.
Because they broke off from
So how the fuck did they become a Protestant?
They broke
How were they
off.
protestants? The same thing as the Roman Catholic. They changed it.
Yep.
You know, all these religions goes back to the Roman Catholic Church.
Even Islam.
Even Islam, because
Yeah,
you
that's
read
right.
there's a book called the Book of Miriam in the Quran. Miriam is the Arabic way of saying Mary. Now, what has Mary got to do with Islam?
And in Islam, they believe that Mary's the look by way of
Immaculate.
immaculate.
People pushing it.
Yeah. I said in the morning.
Mother and child reunion. And that go ahead. Brother.
Yeah, there's a precept in the margins for the Jews.
All right. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the king of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Most High Almighty, the power Almighty.
Right, which is another term for it is Armageddon, which means mountain of troops. And that's what's happening in the Persian Gulf. You got all these troops coming together. Why? To kick off World War III. So that's what he just read there. That's prophecy that's happening even as we speak, brothers.
I got one. You
right,
got
go
more?
ahead.
You got more?
That was it.
Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Yeah, that wicked is Esau, the so-called white man, beginning with their top banking family. Wait a minute, that bank. We really didn't know about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. Well, you kind of knew about the Rockefeller because you had Rockefeller Center and whatnot. But the Rothschilds, we didn't know about that family.
You know about the international bankers.
Yeah, the workings of the international bankers, you know.
God.
And now we do.
I'm sorry, somebody get me two scriptures. Jeremiah 7, verse 18 and Jeremiah 44, verse 19.
Yeah, so the wicked is being revealed.
God. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
17 and 18 was the first one.
And that's the
Pastor?
scripture that
And
links up
48.
with Revelation.
Yeah, 17, verse 18 and 44, verse 19.
Yeah, signs and lying wonders. You're going to tell me to come.
See, that's their magic.
Yeah, Bluetooth. Bluetooth, that's a lying wonder.
Smoking mirrors.
Wait a minute, you get in your car, right? You got your cell phone. You can program your cell phone to the car, and you just drive. You gonna tell me that's not a lying wonder? That's the
Yeah,
scripture.
man, in your car, the way it's set up, I have what's called sync, where you go to YouTube, bring up YouTube, and you have it come to your car system, and you can hear it. You have certain songs you want to hear.
Pandora.
Pandora, you can listen to it right through your car, man.
Google Play. All of them.
Yep.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 18. It says, let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Jeremiah 7, verse 18.
Oh, 7 verse 18.
That was a good scripture.
Yeah. Double destruction.
Double destruction.
7:18.
That's those
Not regular destruction, but double destruction.
double.
That's that missiles and chariots. Because both are going to destroy.
Okay.
Man, them chariots, man, they're going to shoot out fire. Habakkuk saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Said out of his hands came horns, meaning the laser beams, man. Them chariots are niggas gonna be running down the street, chariot right on his ass, zapping him, you know?
Wapple Zapple.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 18. It says, the children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger.
And that's talking about Israel.
That's right.
And that's what these jakes are doing now in these churches.
Yeah. Around so-called Easter, you have those hot cross buns.
Yep, that's right. That's the cakes the time move.
Yeah. They have an actual cross on the goddamn bun.
Yeah.
Now, where's that in the scriptures? Where did the Lord say to do that?
Yeah. It said, okay, it said 19th verse. It says, do they provoke me to anger? Saith the Lord.
So the Lord gets angry when Israelites do that. Man.
Yeah, because the Lord said he's a jealous power.
Yeah.
And you can't say, well, I didn't know.
Right.
Because the Most High set us out. Everybody saw us on YouTube, man. And they'll either accept what we're saying or they'll reject it. So there's no excuses.
God.
Well, Lord, if you would have said to a man, look, what's did to Jake was better than what did to the rich man in Lazarus, man. Did not he say, ascend up, ascend spirits in bodies to speak to Israel?
Yeah.
And they ain't listening.
Yeah.
And look, man, when the Most High open up one of these jakes, he ain't gonna stop, man.
Nope.
He's gonna kill hundreds of millions to over 1 billion people, man.
Yeah.
And most of them are gonna be Israelites, man.
Gone.
And most of them are gonna be women.
Gone.
That's that lesson we did. The slain of the Lord shall be many.
Gone.
It ain't written there for no reason.
I got a quick precept.
Yep.
This is St. John 15 and 22. If I had not
These
come,
motherfuckers in this country are living too fucking easy, man.
Oh,
yeah,
Everything gonna change quick,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Everything gonna change quick.
yeah, yeah,
Well, 9/11 proved that.
yeah.
We remember 9/11. 9/10 was just a normal day. And 9/11, man, and we thought America was going to be done, finished on 9/11. So many things is happening. You had what was happening down in the southern part of Manhattan. Then you had what was happening in D.C. You know, with the Pentagon.
And that's child's play compared to what the Most High will actually do to this country. He's gathering them together for Armageddon. What you was reading, you continue to read. And they make movies on Armageddon. They made a movie with Morgan Freeman talking about there was 2 meteors coming down to destroy part of the earth. Man, that's child's play, man. Armageddon means army of the troops. So they don't even understand names.
Right. St. John 15, 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had had no sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
Wait a minute. How's the Lord? Yeah, how's the Lord speaking unto the Israelites? To us. That's why I said earlier, it's really not our voice. It's our voice speaking, but the words. It's not our words. It's Yahweh Shem Shai's words.
I will send you pastors that will feed you with knowledge.
Yeah. So the Lord is speaking
According to my heart.
The Lord is speaking to his people right now, and the majority of them, they're not going to listen. The Lord already told Ezekiel, listen, that's in the 3rd chapter. They're not going to listen to you because they don't listen to me. But go and drop the word anyway. Go and speak the word anyway. And you'll be absolved of your sin because you did what I told you to.
Hey, because when they actually make the chip mandatory, guess who they're going to be running to? They're going to be running to us, man, for answers. And we ain't going to be around.
Nope. Seek ye the Lord.
You're going to have to look where you're going to come up here, not on 34th Street, or over here.
Yeah.
And you ain't going to find us, man.
Yeah. Hey, well, one time it was on 34th Street. You had cats coming down. Yeah, let me just go down to 34th. Let me hear what, like it says in Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter.
Yeah.
Let me just go be entertained by these cats. We ain't on 34th Street anymore. And soon we ain't going to be out there because all hell is going to break loose. You're going to have martial law in cities. It tells us in the Apocrypha.
It all goes down to face, man. You people are the prophets, you bullshit artists, you niggas that fell off.
cities shall be troubled. You know, so they're going to cordon off these cities. You're going to have martial law.
Hey, watch out, brother.
Oh, that's
You're going to have curfews.
No, okay.
You're going to have curfews, you know, just like what you saw on 9/11, but it's going to be amped because it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse attacks coming than 9/11.
And you can thank your man, the president,
Yeah,
DJ Trump.
DJ Trump.
I call him DJ Trump.
Donald Trump.
He gonna work them demonic turntables, man.
He gonna work
That's
the
a
one
new name, DJ Trump.
DJ Trump, yeah, that's
because he's mixing it up on the mix.
He's mixing it up nice.
Yeah.
He's mixing it up nice.
your man give you trouble. Better move
Move
out
on
of the
the
double.
double.
You don't away those troubles down
Down
the
the
drain.
drain.
Yeah, that's an oldie, man.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
DJ Trump.
And you know, in the video, the dude that was saying it looked like a straight up so-called white man. Now I don't know if they faked it,
Right.
but in the video, it looked like a straight up so-called white man that was saying those words. So if that's true, he had to be a Jake, man.
Oh,
The way he was rapping. Yeah, go ahead.
I was still holding Jeremiah 44 and 18. I don't know if you still want that. All right. Jeremiah 44 verse 18. I left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven.
Flat Earthers in here.
Flat Earthers?
Yeah, he talking about you all preaching flat Earth yet?
Who's saying that?
And
Some flathead.
the mind of God.
Give him the boot.
All right.
Yeah, give him the boot. Give him the boot.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Why don't you do it? Read that verse again, Al.
Okay, it says we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her. We have wanted all things by the sword and by the famine.
That's
So they
it.
didn't get them blessings. So they said, let's
Right.
go back to worshiping the Queen of Heaven and these different gods so we can get these blessings.
That's what Jake said when they came out of Egypt. I'm gonna go back to Egypt
Right.
so you get the cucumbers
The
and the
leeks.
leeks and the garlic.
And Egypt they were pushing that Queen of Heaven
Oh, yeah.
worship. As a matter of fact, you Jakes out there in that so-called Catholic Church, when you say that prayer, Holy Mary, Mother of God, Queen of Heaven,
Yeah.
say that we're supposed to pray to his mother. You know, as a matter of fact, the Lord, a couple of times, the Lord put his mother in her place. You know, the wedding at Galilee, his mother wanted him to use the spiritual power. His mother knew he had spiritual power. He looked at his mother. He said, "Woman, in other words, what's wrong with you? My hour has not yet come."
Right.
So obviously, Yahweh Shai didn't subscribe to the Holy Mary Mother.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't subscribe to that Queen of Heaven worship.
He wasn't no mama's boy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go from there to First Maccabees 1 verse 11.
Right? Wait a minute. If it was all about his mother, as soon as his mother asked, "Look, son, there's no more wine at the party," he went, "Yes, mother, dear. I'm right on." He put his mother in place. He said, "Look, my woman." First of all, he said, "Woman." Then he said, "My hour has not yet come."
Okay. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Just like in these days. There's a lot of wicked Israelites out here, man. There's a lot of and J. Reeds, you know?
Yep.
False brothers,
False brothers,
spies, agents,
Relations.
niggas. You just got niggas out. And one thing that in Great Millstone and in other camps, they'll be a part of Great Millstone or another camp. But when they leave, they become dedicated to coming against the group that they were a part of, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're not the so-called white man anymore. We become.
Oh, the Esau is not even in the equation.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
become.
It's just us. We're the worst of the worst.
GMX.
The worst of the whites.
GMX. Fuck GMX.
They ain't got no problem. Go to their videos and see if they talk anything about Esau and
Oh, hell
destruction. They ain't talking nothing about the scriptures. All they coming, their focus is on us.
Yeah, nothing about faggots. Nothing about the LB.
So they're not doing the word of the Most High. They're speaking from their own belch.
Yeah, the BLT.
No, they don't say nothing about
XYZ.
homos, man.
XYZ.
And lesbians.
Yeah.
LGBTQ XYZ.
Fucking joke, man. Go ahead, brother.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying,
Yeah.
Brother did a Shamar, that brother, he did a video on it, and he was to it, and I think I put a comment in, but I took a whole 5-6 paragraphs on this guy.
Right.
The dude was a straight up Uncle Tom, man.
Yep.
He knew it, but he was fighting on the side of the Romans to destroy the Israelites.
Yep.
And then when they burned the temple, he regretted. He didn't want the temple to be burnt down.
Right.
But motherfucker, he was killing Israelites, man.
Yeah, like Josephus did the same thing. Pretty much.
And that's why when the scripture says, for there is no difference between the Jew nor Greek.
Right.
It's talking about the Israelites, because you had a lot of Israelites that went into the ways of the Greeks.
Yep.
That's what he's reading right there. That goes back to the history. But a lot of you so-called Christians, you don't know the history, man.
Thank you.
But that's why in 1 Samuel 2 and 3, it says, talk no more so exceeding proudly, for the Most High is a power of what? Of knowledge. And by his actions away. But a lot of you Christians, you're dumb as shit, but you're talking proudly. Like,
And they're really learning from us.
yeah.
They're learning, they're taking notes from us, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there goes your woman. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
The righteous sisters of Israel.
Oh, you can't get mad at the woman. They doing what they're supposed to do.
Hey.
Hey!
And around, yeah, them demons are like, yeah. When that time comes, it's gonna be, yeah. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
John 7:35, like the NIV version actually breaks down that it's the Greek. So where will he go? Will he go to where our people are scattered? Sorry,
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So I'm reading the NIV version because it kind of breaks it down. The Jews said one to another, where does this man intend him? Will he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks, and teach the Greeks?
Dang. Smoke.
And sometimes those other versions of the Bible,
Just because you know the version.
Well, there's in the blue letter, there's
Goodness.
goodness gracious.
there's one version where it says rape actually uses the word rape.
Oh, there's a whole, no. All you got to do is go to blue letter. It was at 22.
Yeah,
It was at 25, whatever.
yeah.
And go to the King
Oh,
James.
yeah.
You got to kind of go into the Hebrew. But the other versions, they actually come out and say it. They put the word rape in there, man.
Force.
Check that
And,
out.
and you know what that shows you? That Jake, as a whole, as men, they're emotional, man.
Yeah.
They've been raised up. They've been around their mother too long.
Queen of Heaven.
They're fucking emotional, man.
They've been
These guys are fucking emotional.
I feel like them songs back in the 70s. I'll always love my mama.
She's my
Well, the
baby.
scriptures say, honor thy father and thy mother, man.
Right.
You gonna buy your mama.
The long version, he said, well, one of them guys, behind the beat is going in the background, they talking. Then he goes, what about Papa? He said, we ain't talking about Papa.
You know why? Because they're emotional, man.
Yeah.
They're emotional. You get your mama house, you ain't getting your father. Oh, Shaq, that big over dummy, that lummox. Now his so-called father, they had a commercial with his father.
Right.
He's in the Marines or whatever. That's his stepfather, man. He don't want to have nothing to do with his actual father, and that's why the Most High is gonna kill him.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a big fat chip for him, because that's a big nigga. They'll have a special chip.
Yeah.
You know, you know,
got layers.
to go through all that bigness, man.
Economy size chip.
Yeah, economy.
You don't have the regular chip. He gonna have the extra large chip.
Like when you go in the store, you get they have a box of cookies 35% bigger.
Yeah, Magnum chip.
Yeah, that's what that
Yeah,
nigga
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get. You gonna get a big chip.
50%
He gonna
bigger
get a
chip.
chip. You gonna get a chip in his forehead,
Damn.
up his ass, between both his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, like that dude out there in LA. One of the brothers out there in GMS out in LA.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's from Nigeria.
The one that said he had.
Chips in him, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. They gotta give him that mega chip.
Nigga.
Go ahead.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, so this is, back in First Maccabees 1 and 11. It says, in those days, when there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us...
Niggas are still back here today because there's a thing called reincarnation. Now, this clown, G-Man, did a video, and I was going to do a re on it, but I said, well, I'll probably do it tomorrow some other time. He was calling himself trying to prove that reincarnation is not biblical, all right? You know how easy I can cut that fool's bullshit up, man? You know, first of all, he went to all the wrong scriptures when he's speaking about the Lord being killed and raising back up. Well, first of all, that's not reincarnation. That's resurrection.
Yeah.
Lazarus wasn't reincarnated. He was resurrected, man.
Right.
But Lazarus, when he eventually died, he came back again. He's here probably among us right now.
In Ecclesiastes, there is no new thing under the sun. Now, one should ask, G-Man, if we're not new, what does that mean? We were reincarnated in the past.
Spirit, and none of those Christian Catholics, go to any Roman Catholic, go to any incarnation in the Bible. No, that's of the devil. That's East Indian. That's Hinduism. Because they don't know. Because it was never given to them, man.
Yeah.
Reincarnation, man. And that's why Esau is going to be our slave, because he came up, we were slaves up under him. So the same people that enslaved us 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, they're going to come right back.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's no new thing under the sun.
The very word reincarnation means means back in the flesh. What goes back in the flesh? That same old spirit of the past goes back in the flesh during something called birth. Time of birth. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so it says, for since we departed him, we have had.
Oh, I got one more. I want some. This is 2 Maccabees 6:5. The altar also was filled with profane things which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts. 2 Maccabees 6, and this is verse 6 now. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
And there was Antiochus, right? The decree of Antiochus. That's why you have your so-called, your Hellenistic Jews today, man. Going back in the scriptures. Came out of that period.
You know, and they had all that construction down there, man. Man, that whole area was all fucking backed up. It took us a while to even come up the fucking hill, man.
I'm sorry, man. I had to deal with some shit.
Don't worry about it. You here now, brother. You here now, brother.
Today.
Hey, well, you gotta calm down, all right?
Nah, man, I don't gotta calm down.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later, all right? We'll talk about it later. You know?
I'm calm, but I'm still upset. You know, at my house, man. Shit, some niggas. But I'm, man. We're spiritual, man.
Oh, some nigga shit.
Yeah, man.
It's all.
Yeah, so that was
later.
that was. I just want to read this because pretty much it's speaking about wicked Israelites joining with the other nations, and then verse 12 it says this. It says, so this device pleased them well, what they plan to do, but in this case nowadays to take the chip is going to please them well, so it coincides. You know,
that's why the scriptures say there's no new thing under the
sun. Right.
And on top of all that, Antiochus is back here. He's one of them guys.
Yeah.
He's definitely back here, man. Vespasian, Titus, you know, Herod the Great, Alexander, he might be back here.
It's important for us to know the history.
You going back here?
Is it when he
Breaking
went
down,
to Harkov?
like scriptures like there's no different Jew in the Greek. If you don't know the history, you can't.
41.
Circumcised, uncircumcised, the Israelite foreigners, which ones were the real heathens and which ones weren't. You'll think that the scriptures is for everybody, but these people, they don't know the history. They don't know that history. That's why, there's a scripture where it says the mystery among the Gentiles. What is the mystery? That you have Israelites that were scattered among the Gentiles, following the ways of the Gentiles, acting like the Gentiles, which are the other nations. All right.
Yeah, okay, so this is First Maccabees 1:41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
And you mentioned to these so-called Christians, you mentioned King Antiochus. They don't know King Antiochus. Who the hell is that? They don't even know who King Antiochus is.
So that's how you corner these Christians. Ask them some of the history of the scriptures, man.
Yeah. Who's King Antiochus? What period of time did he rule? Who did he have as subjects? What nation? What nationality? Man, they'd be lost.
Ask them what king took down the Israelites during the time of the Babylonian captivity. The tribes were split up. Nimrod took Judah, the king of Judah, and what was the name of the king, the ruler that took down the rest of Israel? They don't know.
But they do all this talking. And everything to them, just Jesus, just accept the love of Jesus.
Why would the Most High make a book with all these pages in there, man?
Love.
No, the Most High going to use all these words just to convey the message of John 3:16.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, go ahead.
Right. So it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Who was in his kingdom? Who was the subjects in his kingdom? Ask them that. They have no clue. Go ahead, brother.
And everyone...
What nationality was King Antiochus?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you blow the back of their head.
to leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment.
Who Drusilla is? They'll be lost. What Drusilla?
Yeah, leave his laws. What laws? Goes back to the commandments that the Lord gave who? What nationality? The nation of Israel. Going back to Moses. Antiochus said, you got to leave those laws. One of them was circumcision. That's why you had, like you mentioned earlier, you had the uncircumcised, the circumcised and the uncircumcised.
Right. But you know,
it's that simple.
Yeah. That's why I said there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek.
I think that's what Timothy's father came out of.
Exactly. That's why Timothy had,
the
scripture, he had to be circumcised.
Yeah.
The Apostle Paul had to, because his father was a Greek.
Yeah.
The Greeks didn't, which were Edomites.
But now his mother was an Israelite, and the reason why he wasn't circumcised because the man is over the woman.
There you go.
So Timothy's mother fell in love with this man, and he had to go by his roof because he was a man. He was a dominator.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Go ahead, bro.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
So they became what? Hellenistic.
Right.
Yes.
And that's why, like the brother read earlier in John the 7th chapter, the wicked Pharisees and them were saying, whither will he go? To disperse among the Greeks and teach the Greeks. Because by that time they were calling them Israelites Greeks.
Bingo. Because that's that's about 100 years later.
Yeah.
A little less than 100 years later.
Something like that. So they understood that history because it was still kind of fresh.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you get dealing with the New Testament, this is something that was written 2,000 years ago. So if you don't know what was going on back then, how in the hell can you understand what they were speaking about?
Yeah, that's like coming into a movie, right? It is the movie. The movie's halfway. You walk,
and you say that was the worst movie I saw in my life.
Yeah.
Because you came in half of the movie.
Yeah. You know, you stumble. You have that big economy size. Going back to the economy chip. You got that big economy-sized popcorn.
Yeah.
You can barely walk because it's so dark. You can't see where the hell you're going. And it's half the movie's gone. And it's the worst movie. Like Pastor Thompson, it's the worst movie ever. You came in half of the
Those
movie.
Christians don't know the scriptures.
Yeah.
The only ones among the Christians that know the scriptures are like the top scholars that are go really into the history.
Yeah.
Like Vocab don't know what's going on. He's an idiot. Dr. James White, the Edomite, he's another idiot. He don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, he sits in that chair, he folds his hands like he's Dr. Claw.
Yeah, he's lost. He's lost. And then, you know what, man? They talk about Edomites, this and Edomite. Like in seminary school, they told them they had a lesson on the Edomites. They don't know nothing about the Edomites, man.
You don't know nothing about no Edomite.
They don't know what's going on, man. And then another thing about those guys, Vocab and them, when you go to any of their pages, there's nothing on prophecy. Give me one video where they go into the mark of the beast, and what does that mean? Give me one video where they go into the book of Revelation, or the book of Daniel. All right, they don't know. There's only certain, like the only Edomite Christian that knows a little something is a Pastor Steve Anderson. He said Babylon the greatest America, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he was on a news TV show, and they were asking about what about gays. He said gays ain't gonna make it; they're gonna be put to death. So he might be a Jake.
Yeah, which they've been, like Apostle Tahar been saying that they've been watching us. Like there was one Stan Johnson who did a talk. We always bring that out about the destruction of America.
Yeah.
And all the scriptures, at that period of time when he did the lesson, was scriptures we were bringing out.
And it's pretty much the same order.
In the same order, the shows at the Ponderosa. You know, the shows of Apostle Tahar sitting on the sofa, according to Nate, dirty mom's couch.
The basement.
The Apostle Tahar and
Nate's
Apostle Randolph, they're sitting on the couch. I'm at the computer. Now, there was a certain show Apostle Tahar did about the destruction of America. He laid out the scriptures. Not too long after that, we see Stan Johnson on the Prophecy Club. He does the show, same scriptures, same layout.
He might have switched them up, but it's the same. I said, wait a minute, those are scriptures that we go through, you know? Yeah, because just like we watch all these different videos, we watch Edomites do like, what's his name was? Jordan Maxwell and Eustace Mullins. We watch all that stuff. You know, we watch all that other stuff too. We take little things from it and filter it through the scriptures.
And we give
so
them
you
that
mean to
credit.
tell me them Edomites, they don't watch us? They don't come across our videos?
But unlike them, we have integrity. We'll actually tell you where we got the source.
Eustace Mullins said this. Gerald Salente said that.
They won't do it. They'll steal from. Which shows you that they're the fucking devil.
Yeah.
They have no integrity. Integrity is if you get a source and it's a good source, you tell the people, listen, this is where I got the source. You can go and check it out for yourself. That's integrity. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, it says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
There you go. And that's what Timothy's father was doing. That's why the scripture said Timothy's father was a Greek. But was he a real Greek? No, he was an Israelite. Which, first of all, there's no such thing as Greeks. It's Edomites. You know?
It says, for the king hath sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, and that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice.
Oh, by the way, we're still under those strange laws. They've even gotten worse. They've even gotten stranger. You know, the laws that Esau is governing us right now, and his court system, we're under that shit.
Well, the mark of the beast, which is a microchip, is going to be a law.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how they're going to make it mandatory when they make it a law. Then it's going to go up. Oh, what did this guy say to the Justice Roberts? What's this guy? He was the vice president under Obama.
Boehner. Was it? I'm sorry.
Boehner.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was this guy's name? He's out of PA.
Biden.
Biden.
Right.
Joe
Biden.
Biden.
Right.
It was, I believe it was 2004 to 2005. Justice Roberts is going to become the Chief Justice. He said, in your tenure, I forget exactly how he said it. You're gonna rule whether it's acceptable for somebody to put a chip in their forehead.
You will judge.
You will rule on that.
Right.
Mark my words before your tenure is over.
That's right.
So why did he say that back in 2005, 2004? Because they already got in the plans that they're gonna lay out that chip, and there's gonna be a lot of people fighting against it because you got them Bible Belt people, that Edomites out in the Midwest and down south that actually believe that the mark of the beast is a chip.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a point where there's going to be a lot of back and forth where people resist the chip, and then they're going to make it mandatory. And then it's going to go up to the Supreme Court. And that's when all hell is going to break loose, man. When they make that chip mandatory, that's when everything going to move quick. Oh, yeah. Once they make that chip mandatory, don't be saying in your mind, well, we might be here for another 10 years.
Oh, hell.
Well, you're completely lost. All right? And then these other camps out here that's teaching contrary to what we're teaching, a lot of them, don't be surprised if a lot of them leave them and try to get with us.
Yeah.
But guess what? You can't